Our top news story tonight affecting your pocketbook. We continue to get questions this evening about some of the massive increases in property taxes, or at least in values of your properties across Central Texas. One of them being, why are there substantial increases in appraisals when Texas recently passed the largest property tax cut in history?
The thing is, the appraisal notice you received in your mailbox doesn't directly tell you what your taxes will look like this year. And just because you see a large jump in your property value, you still could see your taxes lowered.
Right now, these are just appraisals, what your taxes will be based off of. So when you come to talk to us, it's more about protesting or appealing what your market value is, not about your taxes.
Bell County Chief Appraiser Billy White anticipates thousands will be protesting the appraisal notices his team sent out. And he says you should if you think the market value on your notice is more than you could sell your property for. But just know that the notice doesn't directly set your property tax payment.
What we send out right now are appraisal notices. These have nothing to do with the actual tax values or tax estimates because the tax rates haven't been set yet.
Tax rates won't come out until the fall, and it will be taxing entities like school districts, cities, and counties to determine your property tax total. Although your taxes will be based off the assessed value on your notice. White says for the appraisal to impact your taxes, your market value would have to drop way below.
If they didn't get it lowered less than the assessed value, it would make no difference to what their taxes will be this year because it's still based off the assessed value times the tax rate for each of those entities.
Good news, you can still see some relief in your taxes thanks to newer legislation. Homestead exemptions increased to $100,000. And schools were able to allow their tax rates to come down.
Hopefully those tax rates that came down last year will still be in place, if not more, depending on how the taxing entities decide to set their tax rates. That will still have a huge effect.
Well, the deadline to protest your appraisal is May 15th in Bell and McLennan counties. If you live elsewhere, double check with your appraisal district because everyone's different. Right now on our website, we have a Q&A posted with a property tax consulting firm, including his thoughts on what he says are mostly overappraised properties, both residential and commercial.
Well,